Hello guys, my name is Dennis Kadir. Welcome to my YouTube channel. On this video, I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Publisher. Publisher is a powerful application that can be used to create different designs like flyers, handbills, birthday cards, congratulations cards, brochures, and many other designs. Publisher combines both words and images. So right here on this video, I'm going to show you how to use it. At least I'm going to show you the basics. So first of all, we are going to launch the app. To launch it, you are going to head over to your taskbar, and on the search field, you are going to search for Publisher. So when the search is done, you are going to find the Publisher app right there as the best match. So you are going to click on Open. So when the Publisher app is open, it's going to bring you to this Publisher homepage. So right here, you can start a new document by hitting on this blank A4 button right here. Or you hit on this new button right here to kick off a new document, or use any of these templates right here. So down here you have the more templates button. So when you hit on it, you get more templates to choose from. So with the open button, you can open an existing file. That is, if you have a document you have worked on Publisher in the past, you can open it from here. So down here is where all your recent Publisher documents appear. So I don't have any on this computer, that's why you don't see any right here. So I'm going to set up a new document by hitting on this blank A4 button right here, or you can use this new button right here, whichever one. So I'm going to click on one of them. So when I do that, it's going to give me a blank page right here. So right here is my workspace. So going through all these different ribbons right there and going through the buttons and showing you what they do is going to be very difficult for me and at the same time boring. So basically, to show you how to use Publisher, I'm going to be designing a flyer for my YouTube channel. So I'm going to make sure I touch every basic part of Publisher that you should know. So let's get started. So right here, as you can see, I have my page. Like I said, I want to design a flyer for my YouTube channel. This page right now is set on portrait. Now I want it to be on landscape. So to change that, I'm going to go over to my design ribbon. Under my design ribbon, I have different buttons right there. Right here, I can change the templates. I can work on my margin right here. I can set margins. I can change my page orientation. I can change size. I have a lot of different buttons right there. So what I'm looking for right now to change my page from portrait to landscape is the page orientation. So when I click on the orientation button right here, you see I have two options right there. I have the portrait and I also have the landscape. So landscape is what I want. So I'm going to click on the landscape right there. So now that I've converted the portrait into landscape, the next thing to do, I'm going to add a background. So as you can see, this background is plain and I cannot use it like that. So I'm going to apply a background right here. So to do that, I'm going to go over to my page design ribbon again. And then on the right end of the screen, you have a button right there that is labeled background. So when you hit on the background button, you get a list right there. So you have different formats. You have the solid background, we have the gradient. So down here, we have the more background. So let's hit on the more background. Let's see what we have. So when you hit on the more backgrounds, so right here you have different fields. You have the no fill, you have the solid fields, you have the gradient fields, we have the picture and texture field, we have the pattern. So I'm going to go with this picture. I want to insert a picture as a background. So I'm going to click on the picture and texture field. And then I'm going to click on this insert button right here to insert a picture. So after clicking on the insert button, right here you have three options to insert a picture from. You can insert from a file on your computer, you can insert from the internet, you can also insert from the icons collection. So I'm going to insert from the internet, so I'm going to click on the online pictures right here. So when I hit on the online pictures, right here you see I have different categories of pictures I can choose from. So I'm simply going to go over to my search field and then I'm going to search for a specific picture I want. So I want a background of a person operating a computer. So I'm going to simply type in computer operator. So when I'm done, I'm going to hit on enter on my keyboard. So right here, as you can see, I have different results on computer operator. So right now, I'm going to look for a perfect one for my flyer. So I'm going to go with this one. So when you find a picture, you can simply click on the picture and then you can go ahead and hit on the insert button. So after hitting on the insert button, you can then hit on the OK button down here. So that's it. As you can see, the picture is applied on the page as a background. So the next thing to do, I'm going to type in text. So to do that, I'm going to go over to my insert ribbon. And then what I'm looking for there is the draw text box button. So when I hit on that, I'll go over to my canvas or my page and then I'm going to click and drag a rectangle there. So right now I can type in whatever I want in the rectangle. So I need to type in, let's say, this is a flyer. So I'm going to type in, let's say, improve your computer skill. So as you can see, you cannot really see much of the text. So I'm going to highlight it and then I'm going to change the font. So let's say this one right here, and then I'm going to select the font size. I'm going to leave it at 72. Or okay, that's too big. So I'm going to adjust it to, let's say, 48. And then I'm going to set the alignment to center, top center. So here's where you set alignment. And then I'm going to change the color to black. So you can change the color right here to black. I'm going to make it bold. I think that's fine for now. So let's see what we have. So as you can see right here, so part of the picture is black and some of the text are not really visible. So to make it visible, I'm going to highlight and then I'm going to go over to the top of my screen. I have the text box ribbon. So down here you have the text outline. So I'm going to add outline to this text to make it stand out a bit. So I'm going to add a white outline, and then down here you get to choose the weight of your outline, how thick you want your outline to be. So I'm going to leave it right here at 1.5. I think that's good. You can also apply fills and effects. So when you hit on the effects button right here, you can add shadows, you can add reflections, you can add glow and bevel. So let's say I want to add a reflection. So when I hit on the reflection, you get another menu right here. So let's go with this one right here. So that's it. You can see the effects at the bottom right there. That looks good. So if you look at my right up, you see that the sentence, the first line is not complete. So there are two ways to take care of this. You can either reduce the font size or you increase the size of your text box. So I'm going to increase the size of my text box. So I'm going to drag this out. And then I'm going to reposition it. Okay, I think I will need to reduce my font size. So I'm going to go back to my font size and then I'm going to click on 36. So that's it, guys. I've readjusted my font and font size. So the next thing to do, I'm going to insert a shape. So I'm going to go over to insert and then I hit on the shape button. So right here I have different shapes to choose from. So I'm going to hit on the rectangle shape right here and then I'm going to draw it at the bottom. So I immediately apply the shape. At the top of your screen, you see a new ribbon appears. You have the shape format ribbon. So right here, you can format a shape. You can add fill. So I'm going to change this fill right here. So I'm going to make the fill black. So that's good. So as you can see, my flyer is coming together. So the next thing to do, I'm going to add text here. So I'm going to add several text. So I'm going to go over to my insert again, and I'm going to click on text box. So I'm going to insert the text box right here. So I'm going to make it smaller. And I'm going to type subscribe to colon rather. And then I'm going to select a font and then font size. And I'm going to choose a font color. So I'm going to choose a white font color. And then I think that's fine. So I'm going to reduce the text box a bit. So I'm going to adjust this to the edge right here. I'm maintaining the margin. I don't want it to cross the margin right here. I'm going to insert another text. So that's it, guys. So these are just basically applying text box, changing font size, aligning it, and positioning it well on the page, just like I did on this one. So nothing much. So the next thing I'm going to do right now, I'm going to insert a picture from my computer in here. So I'm going to be inserting the YouTube logo. So if you find this video helpful so far, please go ahead and support my channel by subscribing and also turn on post notifications so you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you. So to do that, you're going to head over to your insert ribbon once again, and then you're going to click on the pictures button. When you click on the pictures button right here, you select the location where you have your picture. So in my case, I have it on my desktop. So I'm going to select it and then I'm going to click on open. So when the picture is inserted, you can reduce the size of the picture with the nodes on the sides. So as you can see right here, I can't place my picture on this project without, scattering my work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to select the picture. So when you select the picture, you're going to see the picture format ribbon appear. you are going to hit on the wrap text button. So when you hit on the wrap text button, you are going to hit on the top and bottom. So you are going to wrap the text to the top and bottom. So when you click on it, you see you can drag it anywhere you want. So it's basically on top of the text. So this way it cannot scatter your work. You can also use the bring forward button and the send backward button to place your picture behind objects. So let's say for instance, I want to send this YouTube logo behind my dentist category. So what I can do is to click on the send backward button. So when I hit on the send backward button, you see it's now behind the name. If I hit on it again, it will go behind the other one. If I hit on it again once more, it will go behind the black background. So if I do that again, it will not go further because this right here is the background of my job. That is, it's basically my page. That is, the object cannot go behind your page. So if I want to bring it back to front, I can simply hit on the bring forward button right here. You can see right now it's behind the text. If I hit it again, behind only the dentist category text. So if I hit it again, it will bring it in front of all the text right here. So right now I want to place this picture in between the on and the YouTube. So I'm going to click on it and then I'm simply going to create a space for it. So that's it guys, that's my flyer right there. So now that I'm done creating my flyer, I want to save it. So to do that, I'm going to head over to my file and then I'm going to click on Save As. When I click on Save As, you're going to hit on the Browse button right here. So when you hit on the Browse button, you're going to get this Windows Save As dialog. So first of all, you're going to select your location and then you're going to give it a name. So I'm going to leave the defaults right here. And then down here, you can choose the type of file. So when you hit on the drop down menu, here you have different formats. You can save it as a PDF, XPS. You can also save it as a Word document. You can save it as a JPEG. You can save it as PNG documents. So whichever format you want, you can save it in that format. So let's say for instance, you want to upload this on Facebook or any social media platform. You can simply use the JPEG format. So when you hit on the JPEG format, you can go ahead and click on the save button. So when you do that, you can go over to your file location where you saved it and then there you have your flyer in JPEG format. So when you click on it to open, there it is. So that's it guys, that's how to use your Microsoft Word Publisher. It's quite easy. So if you have a Microsoft Word experience, you'll be able to use Publisher good and fine without stress. So it's quite similar to your CorelDRAW and many other software you use for creating designs like this. Kind of a lower version of them, but it gets the jobs done and it's very easy to use. So if you find this video helpful, be sure to give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and also turn on post notifications so you get notified when I post a new video. Thank you and I'll see you on the next one.